tell us who you are and.
So I'm Superintendent Timothy Bernhardt. To my right here is Fire Chief Derek Sawyer, and to his right is Director of Emergency Services Tim Boyce. So what we have for you right now initially is around 1 o'clock. We start to receive 911 calls for a helicopter in distress. Officers and fire department responded to the area, and they located this helicopter behind us, which had crashed here behind the building. What we know is there's 4 members on the helicopter. 3 of them were crew and pilot. 1 was an infant. They were en route to CHOP, Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. As of right now, no non-life-threatening injuries. The child has been transported to CHOP, and the other 2 were at local hospitals. That's the investigation. At this point right now, the information we have, we notified the NTSB. The fire chief can speak to, what their responsibility is here.
Chief, real quickly, just to clarify, you said no non-life-threatening injuries, so
non-life-threatening injuries.
So there are life-threatening injuries.
Well, so the injuries were non-life-threatening.
I see.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Wow. So that's pretty incredible.
It's an absolute miracle. Here, what you see behind you, and there's no debris, no wires down, no trees. How that pilot was able to get that plane there, and all 4 of them were able to get themselves out of the helicopter with assistance from the police and the fire department when we responded.
Is that the word that you got? Is that the pilot performed as best a controlled landing as he possibly could?
Absolutely can. Can't wait to meet this gentleman and shake his hand for getting this plane down the helicopter the way he did.
And that's what we heard from witnesses, that they could hear the helicopter hovering, at a low level for a little while before it ended up coming down on the ground.
That's correct. So the reports were a few blocks from here, people who were calling in and it was a helicopter in distress, and they could see that the helicopter was in trouble, and he was able to get to this location and land that helicopter. And again, all 4 got out with non-life-threatening injuries.
Any indication as to what caused the distress?
No idea yet, and that'll be up to the NTSB to work on that.
So are any additional challenges presented by 23-degree weather? Respond to a thing like this?
It's cold out here. The fire department, obviously, they're putting water on it for the fuel spill, so there are obstacles there as well.
Chief could speak to the aircraft.
Chief Sawyer, tell us about your response.
So, again, the call comes in about 12:57. First aid company's on scene within 4 minutes. They decided to do a quick size up. The 4 members, the 4 souls on board had extricated, so they decided to stretch hose line just to make sure that there was no ignition. Because of the fuel, we had to make sure there were no ignition sources so we wouldn't have a fuel fire. They started diking the area to keep the fuel contained so it wouldn't run into the water drains. Again, as you heard Superintendent Bernhardt said, this was a miraculous landing. We went inside and checked the structure of the church to make sure there was no damage to the church. Again, we had about 5 pieces of apparatus and 30 firefighters and 7 medic units respond to this incident.
So just to be clear, it's from what I'm understanding, the 4 people on board, which included an infant, all the adults, everybody was able to get out on their own.
Everybody was able to self-extricate. The pilot helped the members that had the nurse that had the baby to get out. Again, the medic units responded in a quick manner. They were able to get them to the hospital safely.
Can you be a little more specific about exactly who's on the flight? We know the pilot, of course, you mentioned a nurse, the infant, and then who's the 4th person?
That probably had to be the co-pilot. You have 4 souls on board. Total 4 souls.
When you get that call that there's a helicopter crash in a residential area, this is a neighborhood in Drexel Hill, and then you come to find that the 4 people on board do not have life-threatening injuries, how do you describe it?
We're blessed. We're blessed as a community. We're blessed as a fire service, police department, and emergency management. We are totally blessed. Because there were no injuries, that helped us concentrate on making sure there were no structural damage and no fire started. So we were blessed.
And as we can see, this is all hands on deck.
Yeah, right now, I think what's important is the Superintendent Chief. This flight originated out of state. There are guests on the flight, and including a child. We are still trying to notify all those persons. So what we can say is that there were, again, no life-threatening injuries from the scene. The infant has been transported to the hospital, but we have not been able to notify any of those family members. It's a dynamic scene. The NTSB is notified, along with Commonwealth officials. Upper Darby is a lead agency on this. We're establishing a command post. Their superintendent, he may be able to speak to schools or disruption in the area. The chief can speak again to any kind of sustainment of the aircraft. We will be here a while.
So it sounds like the infant who needed to be transported is not from Pennsylvania.
We don't know the residency. We know that the flight originated out of state and was on the way to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. That person we don't know. So again, it's a very dynamic situation for all those involved. They were quickly extricated, again, by police and fire, did what they needed to do, but those persons may not have been notified. But
I see. So the medical flight didn't necessarily come from CHOP, but that's where it was headed.
I believe our best understanding was
from CHOP. You're not going to CHOP. That was where it was en route to, so CHOP. So I think we're finished up here for now, and we'll follow up and we'll update you as we can, okay? Thank you very much.
The other thing was schools. Anything you want to go for
all schools have been notified. All the schools in the area, the police and fire department notify all the schools, the school district, and all the schools are fine. We told them they could dismiss, so that they've been notified as well.
And you called this a miracle, Chief Bernhardt.
It is a miracle. It's an absolute miracle on Bernhardt Road is what it is.
Yes.
Thank you. And you just heard that update from the officials here in Drexel Hill in Delaware County. They're calling it a miracle, a blessing. I mean, if you take a look at this helicopter that's on its side in pieces, there's fuel that they've had to make sure the area is safe. It's incredible. You heard me mention during some of the questions that I spoke to a witness as we were en route here and getting closer to the scene, and he told me he works at an insurance company that's about a block away, barely, and he could hear the helicopter hovering, and it sounded very low, and they came outside to see what was going on, and from what they witnessed, it appeared as though the pilot of this helicopter did everything he could to make sure that this was not that this wasn't any worse, and it obviously could have been, given what we heard from officials here, the emergency response. You do still see that this area is blocked off, the neighborhood is blocked off. There are plenty of firefighters here and other crew members to make sure that it is safe, because there was that fuel coming out of the helicopter. 4 people on board. We know it was an infant, as we heard, being transferred to CHOP, and they are still working to notify the family of that baby who was en route to the hospital. Tracy, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Rosemary, I just want to add, too, that we did reach out to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and they have told us they don't have any information to share at this time. I'm sure we'll get more information from them. But, you know, the superintendent calling it a miracle and saying, I want to shake that pilot's hand, when we can see from the overhead view, we can see how there is that lot that is right beside the church, and you can imagine if the pilot is seeing a residential area, that looks like a good place to try to get it down.
Right, precisely. I mean, this church here, Drexel Hill United Methodist Church, frequently these churches have somewhere on the building what year they were built. It looks like an old church, an old sturdy church, and it's away from home. So in theory, the pilot was looking for a place where he might be able to try to land if, in fact, that helicopter was in distress, which is what some of the initial calls were coming into 911 and emergency responders. This could have been so much worse, and it is a miracle out here. It's incredible that no neighbors were injured. I mean, one of the witnesses I spoke to said he had walked to Wawa, which is in between his office and the church, and he was walking along Bernhardt Road here not 5 minutes before this helicopter came down. So it is a miracle that nobody was seriously injured. These are non-life-threatening injuries, and there's no structural damage, it appears, to the church, and certainly no homes, no electrical lines were clipped as the pilot was trying to bring down this helicopter. And I think if we could pan up a little bit, Rich, I mean, just look and see where all these wires are. I mean, somehow this helicopter was able to get down in such a way not to really touch anything between the church, between the wires, or any homes. So, as you mentioned, Tracy, the chief said he'd like to shake that pilot's hand. Again, we know it's a pilot, co-pilot, a nurse, and a baby, an infant that was headed to CHOP for some kind of a medical emergency. And so now they are all being treated for their non-life-threatening injuries related to this crash.